Jordan Gooden.
Jordan, I'm Here With Magazine is honored to be sitting here with you today. I think last March in 2019, we got to first get to know you.
Yeah.
It has been an incredible year. Jordan Gooden is an Alberta icon, as well a award-winning cinematographer, photographer, director, producer. He truly does it all. And not because he wants to, sometimes because he has to. He's a true artist. Sometimes he says he's the artist's artist. On social media, we wanted to do something a little bit different today. We really wanted to share who we believe and see who Jordan is, but we want you to be able to see more of what he's accomplished this year.
Let's flash back to the summer of 2020.
God says, I will only give you when you work for it.
Exactly.
When you just sit there and beg me and be like, please make me this person, I'm not going to make you that person.
If you're there struggling to get out of it, I'm gonna put out a hand.
Exactly.
Because I was you.
Yep.
This is us recording our thoughts. This is my thought about my experience. My experience with Jordan Gooden, aka The Experimental Experience, aka Good Energy.
You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
it's all perception and perspective.
What are some lessons? What are some lessons you've learned this year? You know, like let's start at the beginning of the summer. I felt like
Do things right, Jordan.
Finding out there's a pandemic and it's like apocalypse, and we're all gonna like we don't know.
I know it was just you and me.
Excuse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and it's transferable skills. I
Absolutely.
mean, acting, directing, photography. Is there one that you really like?
To be completely honest, I get asked that question a lot. It's all the same to me. I do not put one above the other. Why? Because it is me. I'm not going to break myself up into different levels. I'm the best at everything that I do because I put my best forward. And my heart and soul goes into every project. And when I say I like one more than the other, I'm saying that about myself. I don't want to do that. I love everything I create.
2020 shook the world. Shook me, heart, mind, body, and soul. I bled, I cried, I laughed, I climbed, I created. I overcame. I fell a few times. I repeated some old habits that I had to relearn, you know? Like I had to relearn strength. I had to learn strength in a new way this year. I had to learn how to stay strong.
Yeah, you always say that.
And to remind others to stay strong too, because if you're not affirmed of your own strength, if you can't affirm yourself of your own strength, who is? And I'm trying to not have to rely on others to feel strong within myself. Because if you had to rely on others for strength, you're not really strong.
Never giving up. It's been a really special experience for me, actually. I went through a lot being with him. I feel the energy that he brought to my life made me want to be better. And that was really powerful because I think we all want to be better.
So it's like you have to truly become it. And I allowed myself for the first time, as deeply as I went for the first time. I went very deep this year to feel everything. To the point where it became funny, you know? It's like the whole construct of fear COVID taught me, this whole pandemic has taught me that, you know, fear's only there if you believe in it. Fear's not real. For me, this year really validated that. Instead of living in a state of fear, I can just go towards my dreams, you know? Keep creating and create that legacy.
My knowledge and experience within that own struggle and show you versus you in one video. So I kind of like created this battle between like maybe like the good side of you or maybe like the more chaotic version of you, and they're going head to head. And in that, I take the audience into your brain. So we start off in my little dark room in the middle of the day, and we close the door and everything's pitch black, and I turn on the lights and it just starts.
I do a lot. I experience life, and I have a lot of energy in me because of it, and it emanates out. I got a lot of knowledge, got a lot. These eyes have seen a lot. These hands have touched a lot. This finger has taken millions and millions of photos. You know, it's crazy to think that all this time has passed.
How do you feel, Jordan?
Good. Really grateful. Kind of nervous, but good.
On that, and you became one of the Canada's top photographers at that moment. You're still one of Canada's top photographers in 2020. So I would keep talking about photography, and when I did the research on you, 95% of your pictures happen on the spot. It's not planned. It's not pre-planned, or it's not papers. You do on the spot. So when you're taking a picture and you know it's a special picture, how do you know that's a picture I want?
So how do I suppose you can sum it up like this. It's all about energetic alignment. So when someone's coming to a shoot, I have a general idea of where they're at in their own life, because part of my creative process is to ask questions, to dive deep, and to hone in on their emotional state from an artistic point of view. People coming to me are coming in a state of vulnerability. I mean, being captured by somebody who sees so profoundly is very intimidating. It's very scary. I ease them into the process. I will start taking photos and start experimenting with light, showing them what they look like within that light. Choosing the photo, it's usually done after the shoot. Once I have all the shots in front of me, and I'll kind of just scan through all of it, and it's almost like a reader in tarot, where they're like, oh, this card feels like the message, and they'll pick it out. It's kind of like that. It's not necessarily what the overall image looks like, it's what it feels like. What does it feel like? And is there a story there? Does it represent that person and myself in that moment of time? And it usually does, in my opinion. And in the other person's opinion as well. It's always a reflection of us in that moment, and that's what art is, in my opinion.
You know, we didn't sit down. We didn't bow down. We didn't submit. We didn't give up. We stood up, made a plan, and we took action. Here we go. Jill steered the ship. I commanded it. We delivered for community, ourselves, and each other. There's a strong energy, and I think that I'm feeling it now. It's coming.